Bhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. Welcome to session 42 of the Sundarakandam learning series. Today we shall be learning from Shloka 24 onwards of Sarga 11. As we have seen at the end of Sarga 10, Hanuman mistook Mandodari for Sita. And then what did he do? He very soon, at the beginning of Sarga 11 itself, realized his mistake and said, "Oh, how can somebody be sleeping happily? If she was Sita, without Rama by her side, how can she be eating food? How can she be drinking wine? How can she be dressed up so beautifully with all these ornaments? It surely cannot be Mother Sita." So he decided if it is not Sita Mata, it has to be somebody else. So he started looking in the rest of the banquet hall. All the women that he saw was described so far. And then we saw in one whole section the food and the wine and the excess of Rajasic food that was present in the banquet hall of Ravana's Pushpaka Vimana. Now, from the 24th shloka onwards, we continue. Kvachit ardhavasheshani, kvachit ardhavasheshani, kvachit pitani sarvashaha, kvachit pitani sarvashaha, क्वचिन्नैव प्रपीतानि क्वचिन्नैव प्रपीतानि पानानि सददर्शः पानानि सददर्शः. I think this shloka may not be there in the other book, the Ramakrishna Math book, and probably even the Gita Press book may not be having it, because these few shlokas which are there, right, 23, 24, 25 and all, are basically talking about the half-eaten food. So some versions drop a few shlokas, some versions contain all the shlokas. But this has been commented upon by the commentators, so we will see the shloka. Again, we will now learn it line by line. Kvachit ardhavasheshani, kvachit पीतानि सर्वशः, क्वचित् अर्धावशेषाणि, क्वचित् पीतानि सर्वशः, क्वचिन्नैव प्रपीतानि क्वचिन्नैव प्रपीतानि पानानि सददर्शः क्वचिन्नैव प्रपीतानि पानानि सददर्शः. Together. क्वचित् अर्धावशेषाणि, क्वचित् पीतानि सर्वशः, क्वचिन्नैव प्रपीतानि पानानि सददर्शः. Meaning is very simple. Saha tadarsha. He indeed saw. What did he see? Kvachit, he Hanuman. Kvachit ardhavasheshani. Kvachit means some. The word in the second line, kvachinnaiva, no, is actually kvachit. Okay. Kvachit eva. Joining it becomes kvachinnaiva. Kvachit na eva. Kvachinnaiva. Kvachit yogaha na yogaha eva. Kvachinnaiva. So some were not even drunk. That is the meaning. So kvachit ardhavasheshani. Some were half left over. Okay. Kvachit. Now what is this sum? Food and wine. Both. Kvachit pitani sarvashaha. Some. Pitani means fully drunk. Pitani means drunk. Sarvashaha means fully drunk. So some were fully emptied. Goblets of wine were fully empty. Kvachit na eva prapitani. Some goblets of wine were not even touched. Na eva means not at all, not even a little. Prapitani means drunk, not even a little drunk. Panani sadadarsha. So these kind of wines he saw. Or these kind of drinks he saw. That is the meaning. Hope the meaning is clear. I'm moving forward. Kvachit bhaksyanscha vividhan. Kvachit bhaksyanscha vividhan. Kvachit panani bhagashah. Kvachit panani bhagashah. Kvachit kvachit अन्नावशेषाणि क्वचित् अन्नावशेषाणि पश्यन् वैविचचारः पश्यन् वैविचचारः. You have a Pathabheda, quickly note it down, or later you can see it from the file that we have put up on YouTube. These slokas are all there already, right? So you can take it from there also. क्वचित् भक्ष्यांश्च विविधान् क्वचित् पानानि भागशः क्वचित् भक्ष्यांश्च विविधान् क्वचित् पानानि भागशः क्वचित् अन्नावशेषाणि पश्यन् वैविचचारः क्वचित् अन्नावशेषाणि पश्यन् वैविचचारः. Together. क्वचित् भक्ष्यांश्च विविधान् क्वचित् पानानि भागशः क्वचित् अन्नावशेषाणि पश्यन् वैविचचारः. सः विचचार. He roamed about. Hanuman roamed about. So and then what was he doing? Pashyan vichachara. Seeing, he roamed about. What was he seeing? The things of the banquet hall. Kvachit annavaseshani. Some amount of leftover food. Kvachit vividhan bhakshyanscha. Some different kinds of eatables. Okay, different snacks, different kinds of eatables. Kvachit bhagashaha panani. Some drinks which were separated and served, basically served into goblets. Pashyan, seeing, vichachara, her. As I told in the previous shloka also, the word her is not actually indeed. The exact meaning of her is only for pada purnartham. It is anushtup chandas. To maintain the chandas, sometimes words are added. Like extra, you will find sometimes her, cha, and all added. Purpose of it is to stick to the chandas. Okay, it doesn't carry any specific meaning. Okay, so now we have seen this shloka. I hope the meaning is clear. Moving forward. क्वचित् प्रभिन्नैः करकैः क्वचित् प्रभिन्नैः करकैः क्वचित् आलोलितैर्घटैः क्वचित् आलोलितैर्घटैः क्वचित् सम्पृक्तमाल्यानि क्वचित् सम्पृक्तमाल्यानि मूलानि च फलानि च मूलानि च फलानि च. This I think is there in all the books. क्वचित् प्रभिन्नैः करकैः क्वचित् आलोलितैर्घटैः क्वचित् प्रभिन्नैः करकैः क्वचित् आलोलितैर्घटैः क्वचित् सम्पृक्तमाल्यानि मूलानि च फलानि च. क्वचित् सम्पृक्तमाल्यानि मूलानि च फलानि च. Together. क्वचित् प्रभिन्नैः करकैः क्वचित् आलोलितैर्घटैः क्वचित् सम्पृक्तमाल्यानि मूलानि च फलानि च. Okay. Here we have to add the word saha dadarsha. He saw. What did he see? Kvachit prabhinnaihi karakaihi. Karaka refers to a pot, like a ghata. Okay. Prabhinna means, bhinna itself means pierced, broken. Prabhinna means well broken. Okay. So some broken pots, possibly after, a lot of drinking and in their inebriation without realizing, those asuras would have just upturned pots. Some of them would have broken. So, kvachit prabhinnaihi karakaihi, some broken pots. Kvachit alolitaihi ghataihi. Now, ghata is the usual typical pot-shaped pot only. Karaka is more like the wide open mouth pot, like an uruli we say, no, not the flat uruli, but the parupu uruli we say in Tamil, like that. That is a karaka. Okay. Whereas this ghata, which is referred to the normal ghata, which has a pot shaped narrow opening, narrow neck, and then a wide round bottom. So kvachit alolitaihi ghataihi. Alolita means what? Upturned. Here you can say rolling over. So some pots were rolling over on the ground. Kvachit sampritta malyani. In some places, these liquids, which had fallen obviously from these vessels, sampritta malyani, had drenched the garlands and the flowers which were strewn about carelessly in the place. Bring to your mind's eye a banquet hall filled with half-eaten food and all these kinds of upturned vessels, and from these upturned vessels, liquor and things flowing and drenching these flower garlands. And then Mulani cha phalani cha. Not only were the flower garlands drenched, even certain roots, tubers, and even certain fruits which were there in the banquet hall, they were all drenched with these fallen liquids. Okay, so essentially a place which was little unkempt after a night of feasting. Shayananyatra narinam, shayananyatra narinam, Shubhrani bahudha punaha, Shubhrani bahudha punaha, Parasparam samaslishya, Parasparam samaslishya, Kaschit suptavaranganaha, Kaschit suptavaranganaha, Shayananyatra narinam Shubhrani bahudha punaha, Shayananyatra narinam Shubhrani bahudha punaha, Parasparam samaslishya, Kaschit suptavaranganaha, Parasparam samaslishya, Kaschit suptavaranganaha. Together. Shayananyatra narinam Shubhrani bahudha punaha, Parasparam samaslishya, Kaschit suptavaranganaha. Okay, so here now Ravana's banquet hall, all this Rajasic food we've seen, but where can the women be? Surely not far away. So very close to all the food, you find the women on beds. Shayanani, Shayanani atra, atra narinam Shayanani punaha, Shubhrani kaschit varangaraha, parasparam samaslishya suttaha tadarsha. He saw. What did he see? Atra narinam Shayanani. There, okay, here actually, here, Narinam Shayanani, of women, the beds. So beds which have women on them. Punaha, again, Bahudha Shubhrani Kaschit. Some of them were indeed very, Shubhra is actually clean, but here it essentially means they were glowing brightly. Okay, they were looking so like a clean, freshly washed face, how it would be glowing, no? So that way they were glowing. So glowing women. Kaschit Varanganaha. Some with very auspicious, beautiful limbs. Parasparam samaslishya, hugging each other. Suptaha tadarsha, he saw these sleeping women. Suptaha varanganaha, sleeping beautiful women he saw. How were they sleeping? Hugging each other, mistaking each other probably to be Ravana. Okay, then next. Kachiccha vastramanyasyaha, Kachiccha vastramanyasyaha, Swapantyah paridhaya cha, Swapantyah paridhaya cha, Ahritya chabala suptah, Ahritya chabala supta, Nidrabala parajitah, Nidrabala parajitah. Line by line. Kachiccha vastramanyasyaha, Swapantyah paridhaya cha, काचिच्च वस्त्रमन्यस्याः स्वपन्त्याः परिधाय च आहृत्य चाबलाः सुप्ता निद्राबलपराजिताः आहृत्य चाबलाः सुप्ता निद्राबलपराजिताः टुगेदर काचिच्च वस्त्रमन्यस्याः स्वपन्त्या परिधाय च आहृत्य चाबला सुप्ता निद्राबलपराजिताः. Okay, so here Suptaha Darsha, he saw sleeping women. What kind? Kaschit abalaha, some women. Nidra abala parajitaha, overcome by sleep. Now normally the word abala refers to woman in the sense of weaker sex. But here abalaha, nidra bala parajitaha. They were defeated by abala means what? Those who do not have strength. Why is their strength defeated? Because of nidra. Nidra bala parajitaha. Those who had lost their consciousness because of nidra. This is a poetic device. A word used in a certain sense commonly to mean woman is reasoned out by giving another word which is a hetu for that word. Nidra bala parajitaha abalaha. Those defeated by nidra, so they were abalaha. That kind of implication is there. It is a kind of literary device in Sanskrit. So abalaha nidra bala parajitaha swapantyaha. Swapantyaha also means suptaha. Swapantyaha means of the sleeping women. Anyasyaha, of others. Vastram ahritya, snatching away their clothes. Paridhayacha, wearing it on themselves. Suptaha, they were sleeping. So what were these beautiful women doing? They were so overcome by sleep that in their complete lack of consciousness, they grabbed each other's clothing, clad themselves with those clothing, and they were found sleeping by Hanuman. Okay. Normally only if anybody chances to see a sleeping woman, they will be a little embarrassed, correct? One Anya Purusha seeing so many sleeping women would be a little embarrassed. That too, these women were excessively abandoned in their sleep, correct? And now the thoughts which will be running through Hanuman's mind, you can imagine, soon he will give voice to those thoughts also. Tasamuchvasavatina, tasamuchvasavatina, वस्त्रं माल्यं च गात्रजम् वस्त्रं माल्यं च गात्रजम् नात्यर्थं स्पन्दते चित्रम् नात्यर्थं स्पन्दते चित्रम् प्राप्य मन्दमिवानलम् प्राप्य मन्दमिवानिलम् प्राप्य मन्दमिवानिलम् तासामुच्छ्वासवातेन वस्त्रं माल्यं च गात्रजम् तासामुच्छ्वासवातेन वस्त्रं माल्यं च गात्रजम् नात्यर्थं स्पन्दते चित्रम् प्राप्य मन्दमिवानिलम् नात्यर्थं स्पन्दते चित्रम् प्राप्य मन्दमिवानिलम् टुगेदर तासामुच्छ्वासवातेन वस्त्रं माल्यं च गात्रजम् नात्यर्थं स्पन्दते चित्रम् प्राप्य मन्दमिवानिलम्. I hope it's clear. We'll now see the meaning. Spandate is the verb. Spandana is, Shiva Shaktya Yukto Edi Bhavati. Spanditumapi. Spandana means to move. Okay. Spandate, moving. Tasam gatrajam vastram. Tasam, of theirs. Whose? These women. Gatrajam. Gatra means body. Gatraja refers to born on the body, but here it basically means on the body, worn on the body. What is worn on the body? Vastram, their clothes. Gatra refers to form, body. Gatraja refers to that which is on the body, namely the clothes, vastram. Gatrajam vastram. So Gatrajam is Visheshana or adjective for vastram. Malyam cha, Gatrajam malyam. The garlands which are worn on their body. Uchvasa vatena. Uchvasa, as we've seen before, exhalation. Vata, wind. By the mild wind which is arising from their exhaled breaths. Mandam anilam prapya. Obtaining a mild wind. Iva, as if it had obtained a mild wind. Na atyartham spandate. Chitram na atyartham spandate. Chitram wonderfully, na atyartham not excessively, spandate was moving. So essentially, the clothes and the garlands were gently fanned by the exhaled breaths of these women, which made it as appear as if it was moving gently with a life of its own. All this presented a very beautiful, at the same time a slightly abandoned, disheveled picture to Hanuman. Okay. Chand, now not only is this a feast for the eyes, but there is also a feast for the nose, olfactory senses. Chandanasya cha sheetasya, chandanasya cha sheetasya, shidhor madhurasasya cha, shidhor madhurasasya cha, shidhor madhurasasya. शीधोर्मधुरसस्य च विविधस्य च माल्यस्य विविधस्य च माल्यस्य विविधस्य च माल्यस्य पुष्पस्य विविधस्य च पुष्पस्य विविधस्य च line by line. चन्दनस्य च शीतस्य शीधोर्मधुरसस्य च चन्दनस्य च शीतस्य शीधोर्मधुरसस्य च विविधस्य च माल्यस्य पुष्पस्य विविधस्य च माल्यस्य पुष्पस्य विविधस्य च together. चन्दनस्य च शीतस्य शीधोर्मधुरसस्य च विविधस्य च माल्यस्य पुष्पस्य विविधस्य च. One second. We will have to take the next shloka, first line also, to do the Anvaya. So we will take that verse. Bahudha marutastatra gandham vividhamudvahan. Bahudha marutastatra gandham vividhamudvahan. Okay. So now, let us see the meaning. So the verb here is hidden. Udvahan. That is why we have taken the verb from this line, right? So Udvahan, carried, blew. What carried? Tatra marutaha. Is it there in this line? Ha. Sheetasya cha chandanasya. Sheetasya cha chandanasya. From Bahudha Marutastatra, from there we have taken Marutaha Tatra, the wind there. Sheetasya cha chandanasya, cooling sandalwoods. Shidhoho madhurasasya, of sweet smelling. Shidhu refers to wine, of sweet smelling wine. Vividhasya cha malyasya, of different kinds of garlands. Pushpasya malyasya, of different kinds of flower garlands. Okay. Vividhasya, different kinds of gandham udvahan, carrying different kinds of scents. So basically the wind blew the scent of sandalwood, different kinds of flower garlands, and of sweet smelling wines, thereby tantalizing the nose as well. I hope the meaning is clear. Okay. So now we'll go on to 31. Snanam chandananam cha, स्नानां चन्दनानां च धूपानां चैव मूर्छितः प्रभवौ सुरभिर्गन्धो विमाने पुष्पके तदा स्नानां चन्दनानां च धूपानां चैव मूर्छितः स्नानां चन्दनानां च धूपानां चैव मूर्छितः प्रभवौ सुरभिर्गन्धो विमाने पुष्पके तदा प्रभवौ सुरभिर्गन्धो विमाने पुष्पके तदा. Together. स्नानां चन्दनानां च धूपानां चैव मूर्छितः प्रभवौ सुरभिर्गन्धो विमाने पुष्पके तदा विमाने पुष्पके गन्धः मूर्छितः गन्धः प्रभवौ means it spread. Litlakara. Okay. It spread. What spread? Tada means then. Pushpake vimane. In the Pushpaka Vimana. Please remember the banquet hall is in the Pushpaka Vimana. Right? So in the Pushpaka Vimana, Gandham, Surabhihi Gandhaha, Murchitaha Pravavau. Fragrant smells were pervading. What kind of smells? Snanam chandananam. Of bathing sandalwood paste. So here the Shiromani Tikakara is Sanaraha, that which is fit for, okay. So with sandalwood paste is fit for bathing, and Dhupanam Chaiva with incense smells, Surabhihi Gandaha, such fragrant wine smells pervaded the entire Pushpaka Vimana. Surabhihi here refers to the smell of wine here. Okay. That is the way it is, the meaning is intended. श्यामावदातास्तत्रान्याः once more. श्यामावदातास्तत्रान्याः काश्चित् कृष्णावराङ्गनाः काश्चित् काञ्चनवर्णाङ्ग्यः काश्चित् काञ्चनवर्णाङ्ग्यः प्रमदाराक्षसालये श्यामावदातास्तत्रान्याः काश्चित् कृष्णावराङ्गनाः श्यामावदातास्तत्रान्याः काश्चित् कृष्णावराङ्गनाः काश्चित् काञ्चनवर्णाङ्ग्यः प्रमदाराक्षसालये काश्चित् काञ्चनवर्णाङ्ग्यः प्रमदाराक्षसालये. Together. श्यामावदातास्तत्रान्याः tatranyah kaschit krishnavaranganah kaschit kanchana varnangyah pramada rakshasalaye. I hope the chanting is clear. The first word is shyamavadatas tatranyaha. Okay. If you have any doubts, please ask. Okay. Tatra rakshasalaye. There. In the palace of the Rakshasa. Asit. Okay, that is a verb. They were there. Sorry, asan. They were there. Anyaha shyama avadataha. Others, shyama avadata. Shyama means dark. Avadata means glowing dark. So those of glowing dark complexions. Kaschit varanganaha krishnaha. Some of deep dark complexion. The difference between Avadata Shyama and Krishna is this. Krishna is like Lord Krishna, Maragata Shyama. It is glowing, it is dark, deep dark, the kind of dark that you can get lost in. Okay, Shyama Avadata, glowing dark. Okay, so Shyama Avadataha Anyaha, Kaschit Varanganaha Krishnaha. Some beautiful, Varangana refers to women. Women with beautiful limbs. So women, those with beautiful limbs, women. So here, Kaschit Varanganaha Krishnaha, somewhere dark. Kaschit Pramadaha. Pramada is also another word for women. Okay. Pramadaha Kanchana Varnangyaha. Some had golden colored limbs. So they were women of all colors. Okay. That's basically being described. Then. Tasam Nitravashatvacha. Tasam Nitravashatvacha. Madanena vimurchitam. Madanena vimurchitam. Padmininam prasuptanam. Padmininam prasuptanam. Rupamasit yathaiva hi. Rupamasit yathaiva hi. Just excuse me for a minute. तासां निद्रावशत्वाच्च मदनेन विमूर्छितम् तासां निद्रावशत्वाच्च मदनेन विमूर्छितम् पद्मिनीनां प्रसुप्तानां रूपमासीत् यथैव हि पद्मिनीनां प्रसुप्तानां रूपमासीत् यथैव हि together तासां निद्रावशत्वाच्च मदनेन विमूर्छितं पद्मिनीनां प्रसुप्तानां रूपमासीत् यथैव हि. Okay, so yathaiva asit. Okay, asit. It was like this. What was? Nidravashatvacha madanena cha vimurchitam. Nidravashatvat. Due to being in the grip of sleep. Panchami. Madanena. By intoxicated by lust. So, both, for those who know Sanskrit, notice there are two hetus. One is in Panchami, the other is in Tritiya. Okay, this is one unique. We find it like this, but when we find it, it's nice to see. Nidravashatvacha madanena cha. Okay, due to these two reasons, vimurchitam, exhausted, prasuptanam tasam, of those women who were sleeping well. Rupam, form, prasuptanam padminim iva, padmininam yathaiva asid. Yathaiva is like iva arte, like. Prasuptanam padminim iva, like sleeping lotuses. Asid, it appeared. So these sleeping women who were felled due to their excessive sleep and excessive kama were appearing like a forest of lotuses that were sleeping. Okay, even in their sleep, they looked beautiful like lotuses, says Govindaraja in his commentary. So Ravana's taste in women was superb. That's basically what he says. And then, this is not to praise Ravana. Anyway, evam sarvamasheshena, evam sarvamasheshena, Ravanantah purah kapuram kapihi, Ravanantah puram kapihi, Dadarsha sumahateja, Dadarsha sumahateja, Nadadarsha cha Janaki. न ददर्श च जानकी एवं सर्वमशेषेण रावणान्तः पुरं कपिः एवं सर्वमशेषेण रावणान्तः पुरं कपिः ददर्श सुमहातेजा न ददर्श च जानकीम् ददर्श सुमहातेजा न ददर्श च जानकीम् सुमहातेजः कपिः सुमहातेजा Su is also a positive prefix. Maha means great. Okay, so one of unmatched great tejas, effulgence, Hanuman, Kapihi. Evam sarvam, in this way, everywhere. Ravanantah Puram, the inner quarters of Ravana's palace. Asheshe Dadarsha, without leaving a single nook or cranny, he investigated, he saw. But Janakim Chanadadarsha, Sita Mata, he did not see. So now you know the purpose of him seeing every woman's face, dark skinned, white skinned, yellow skinned, how is she sleeping, what is she doing? He's investigating. Is this Sita Mata? Is this Sita Mata? We must understand. That is what is going through his mind. Okay. So then, what does he do? निरीक्षमाणश्च तदा निरीक्षमाणश्च तदा ताः स्त्रियः समहाकपिः ताः स्त्रियः समहाकपिः जगाम महतीं चिन्तां जगाम महतीं चिन्तां धर्मसाध्वसशङ्कितः धर्मसाध्वसशङ्कितः निरीक्षमाणश्च तदा ताः स्त्रियः समहाकपिः निरीक्षमाणश्च तदा ताः स्त्रियः समहाकपिः जगाम महतीं चिन्तां धर्मसाध्वसशङ्कितः जगाम महतीं चिन्तां धर्मसाध्वसशङ्कितः धर्मसाध्वस शङ्कितः स श both are there धर्मसाध्वस शङ्कितः line together निरीक्षमाणश्च तदा ताः स्त्रियः समहाकपिः जगाम महतीं चिन्तां धर्मसाध्वसशङ्कितः. It's a nice important shloka. Now you'll know why he was called in the previous shloka. What was he called? Sumahateja. Mahakapihi. Now you know why. I'll explain. Tada Tinchittam Jagama. Jagama is the verb here. Jagama means experienced, undertook. Chintam Jagama, undertook contemplation. Chinta does not mean worry. Chinta in normal parlance in Hindi means worry. Probably in Telugu also means worry. I don't know. But Chinta actually means thought in Sanskrit. Okay. So Chintam Jagama. He engaged in thought, reflection. Tada Striyaha Nirikshamanaha Saha. This is the subject. Tada then. Striyaha Nirikshamanaha. One who was seeing all these women. Saha. He, Hanuman. Mahakapihi, the great monkey. Dharmasadhvasashankitaha mahatim chintam. Great thought, great contemplation he engaged in. On what? What was he thinking of? What is he described here as? Dharmasadhvasashankitaha. That is also an adjective for Mahakapihi. Okay, what does it mean? Dharma, you all know, moral code, the code of conduct. Sadhvasa, transgression. Sashankitaha, one who was gripped by doubt over. So one who was gripped by doubt over whether he had transgressed a moral code. Now you know why Valmiki uses the adjectives Mahakapihi and Sumahateja for him. Ravana blatantly flouts dharma. Ravana blatantly embraces his asura qualities and lives in all possible ways against dharma. Such a person is not deserving of the name Sumahateja. Who is called Sumahateja? The one who even on seeing these women thinks about, have I transgressed a moral code? Okay, so have I transgressed a moral code? Na ikshate nagnam parastriyam iti shastra smaranat, says Tilaka. What does that mean? You should not even in a random way see a parastri. This is the shastra. Okay, this is what is quoted by Tilaka. So, dharmalopanivittam yet sadhvasam bhayam tena shankitaha. He was gripped by fear over the fact that he may have transgressed a moral code. That is why he deserves the word Sumahateja. Because very fact that if you have a shanka that you may be transgressing dharma, if it leads to fear in you, then automatically you're a good person. If fearlessly you engage in all kinds of actions, whether they are dharmic or adharmic, then you are exactly like Ravana. So this gives us one, it tells us what is the real judge. What is the judge of your actions, your thoughts even. It is your own conscience which tells you, does it engender a fear in you? Oh, have I done something wrong? If that fear comes in you, automatically you will be always on the path of dharma. Right? So dharma sadhva sashankitaha here means one who was gripped by the fear of having transgressed, not only doubt, but the fear, very fear of having transgressed a moral code in seeing all these women. So this is his fear. Then what happens? परधारावरोधस्य परधारावरोधस्य प्रसुप्तस्य निरीक्षणम् प्रसुप्तस्य निरीक्षणम् इदं खलु ममात्यर्थम् इदं खलु ममात्यर्थम् धर्मलोपं करिष्यति धर्मलोपं करिष्यति paradhara, sorry, paradhara, it is not dhara. Dhara means wife. Dhara means flow, like a river. Paradharavarodhasya prasuptasya nirikshanam. Paradharavarodhasya prasuptasya nirikshanam. Idam khalu mamatyartham. धर्मलोपं करिष्यति idam खलु ममात्यर्थम् धर्मलोपं करिष्यति. Together. परदारावरोधस्य प्रसुप्तस्य निरीक्षणम् idam खलु ममात्यर्थम् धर्मलोपं करिष्यति. Nirikshanam dharmalopam karishyati. Karishyati, it will do. What will it do? What will do? Nirikshanam, the sight will do. What will it do? Dharmalopam. Dharmalopa means fall of dharma, transgression of dharma. Dharma sadhvasa, dharma lopa, same. Lopa means missing, something that is lost, missing. Loss of dharma, it will cause. What kind of nirikshanam? Prasuptasya paradharavarodhasya idam mama nirikshanam atyartham dharmalopam karishyati. Exceedingly will cause loss of dharma. Prasuptasya, of the sleeping, paradharavarodhasya, other women. I will explain the word paradharavarodhasya, very beautifully explained by Tilaka in his commentary. So we'll just write out, take it as of the sleeping women. Idam mama nirikshanam. This way, my sight, atyartham dharmalopam karishyati, will cause excessive fall of dharma. What is the meaning of paradhara varodha? Para means other, dara means wife, we know. What is the meaning of avarodha? Ruddh dhatu, to bind. Avarodha, well bound. Nirodha implies external binding. Avarodha means a kind of binding or fencing that happens due to one's own self. So what were these women bound by? They were bound by their own dharma. What was their dharma? Chastity to their husband, namely Ravana. So such women who were bound by their own dharma, paradhara, otherwise, avarodhaha, they are the bound women. Who are they bound by? Not by fear of Ravana. Avarodha indicates it is a self-binding. What are they bound by? Their own moral code. When they are bound by their own moral code, such chaste women, when they are sleeping, prasuptasya paradharavadhodasya nirikshanam. Scenes of such women may cause dharmalopano, he thinks. Okay, clear, no? Next. नहि मे परदाराणां नहि मे परदाराणां दृष्टिर्विषयवर्तिनी दृष्टिर्विषयवर्तिनी अयं चात्र मया दृष्टः अयं चात्र मया दृष्टः परदारपरिग्रहः परदार परिग्रहः नहि मे परदाराणां दृष्टिर्विषयवर्तिनी नहि मे परदाराणां दृष्टिर्विषयवर्तिनी अयं चात्र मया दृष्टः परदार परिग्रहः अयं चात्र मया दृष्टः परदार परिग्रहः टुगेदर नहि मे परदाराणां दृष्टिर्विषयवर्तिनी अयं चात्र मया दृष्टः परदार परिग्रहः. Now he reasons out to himself. मे दृष्टिः परदाराणां विषयवर्तिनी न हि. It is indeed not. My drishti, me drishti means my drishti. Paradaranam, of other person's wives. Drishti, my sight. Vishayavartini na hi, is not objectifying them at all. Let me explain this. Okay, you go to a garden, you see a bed of roses, all of them looking very beautiful. Many beautiful roses. Okay. If you look at it with the intent to admire its beauty and say beautiful, that's one intention-based look, sight. Another intention-based sight is I will pluck a rose and take it. It could be for your puja ghar, it could be for a bouquet, it could be for decorating your house, but I will pluck the rose and take it. Or it could be, I am looking for one particular white rose in this whole bed of roses. Let me see the roses to find my rose. In which case your look is completely not looking at the rose as an object to satiate your eyes or your nose or any sense at all. It is no longer an object of your senses, but it is a subject of analysis and investigation. So I am not looking at it as an object of investigation. Sorry, not subject. Subject is what? Who does the action? It is an object of analysis and investigation by the mind and not an object of the senses. So let us understand it clearly. So Vishayavartini, that which panders as a sense object to the five sense organs, is a Vishayavartini, that which panders. Here, my sight of the women does not pander to my sense organs in any way. And Ayam cha atra maya drishtaha. Ayam maya atra maya, here by me, paradara parigraha drishtaha cha. I have managed to see a paradara parigraha here. What does that mean? He is now, instead of blaming himself for seeing all these beautiful women, he is now saying the real dosha, because I don't have any foul intention of seeing these women. So there is no dosha in me looking at all these beautiful women. Instead, the real dosha that has occurred is actually in seeing this paradara parigraha. Who is a paradara parigraha?
Ravana, ma'am.
Correct. How? Paradara. Right? Parigraha. One who has
Protected Sita Devi, no, ma'am.
Exactly, one who was captured. Even if the other women were captured and they came to him willingly and now they are with him willingly, he is still guilty of one major sin of abducting Sita Mata. So he is being labeled here by Hanuman as, oh no, I have seen this Paradara Parigraha with my own eyes. That is a greater sin, no, than even seeing all these beautiful women. So says Shiromani Tika in his commentary. So the word Paradara Parigraha refers to Ravana, and he blames himself. The real dosha here is in seeing Ravana rather than these women, because there was no sin in his glance. Whereas Ravana, the Atipapi, I have seen. So he felt that Dharmalopa will happen because of that. Because he saw somebody who has stolen another person's wife, he felt that the real Dharmalopa happened there only and not in seeing the women. This shows what kind of a moral code he held himself to. तस्य प्रादुरभूच्चिन्ता तस्य प्रादुरभूच्चिन्ता पुनरन्यामनस्विनः पुनरन्यामनस्विनः निश्चितैकान्तचित्तस्य निश्चितैकान्तचित्तस्य कार्यनिश्चयदर्शिनी कार्यनिश्चयदर्शिनी तस्य प्रादुरभूच्चिन्ता पुनरन्यामनस्विनः तस्य प्रादुरभूच्चिन्ता पुनरन्यामनस्विनः निश्चितैकान्तचित्तस्य कार्यनिश्चयदर्शिनी निश्चितैकान्तचित्तस्य कार्यनिश्चयदर्शिनी together तस्य प्रादुरभूच्चिन्ता पुनरन्यामनस्विनः तस्य प्रादुरभूच्चिन्ता पुनरन्यामनस्विनः निश्चितैकान्तचित्तस्य कार्यनिश्चयदर्शिनी Pradur Abhut arose. Abhut was Pradur Abhut arose. What arose? Anya Chinta. Another thought arose in him. How is he described here? Manasvinaha Nishchitaikanta Chittasya Tasya. Of one who is a Manasvi, of one who is a Nishchitaikanta Chittaha. These are the two words used to describe Hanuman in this shloka. First word is Manasvi, one with fine sensibilities. You just saw. Seeing Ravana as a greater sin causes dharmalopa compared to seeing all these beautiful women. That kind of fine sensibility, possessor of such fine thinking, manasvi. Second word, nishchitaikanta chittaha. This is in Sashti Vibhakti of the one who has. Nishchita, firmly fixed. Ekanta, focused. Sthiraha, that is the meaning. Okay. Chittaha, resolve. Yasya tasya. One who has such a firm fixed resolve. What is his firm fixed resolve? To find Sita Mata, to do Ramakarya. For such a person, such a Manasvi, who is a Nishchitaikanta Chittaha, for such a person, Punaha, again, Karya Nishchaya Darshini Anya Chinta Pradurabhut. Chinta is described by the adjective Karya Nishchaya Darshini. Karya, task, Nishchaya, resolution, Darshini, pointing towards. An act or a resolution that will point towards the completion of the task. How to make the task happen, how to find Sita Mata. So the way forward. So he got a new thought that showed him the way forward. Okay, that is the meaning of this shloka. I hope it's clear. Kamam drishta maya sarva Kamam drishta maya sarva vishwasta ravanastriyaha Vishwasta ravanastriyaha Nahi me manasah kinchit Nahi me manasah kinchit Vaikrit Vaikrityam upapadyate. Vaikrityam upapadyate. Line by line. Kamam drishta maya sarva vishwasta ravana striyaha. Kamam drishta maya sarva vishwasta ravana striyaha. Nahi me manasah kinchit vaikrityam upapadyate. Nahi me manasah kinchit vaikrityam upapadyate. Together. Kamam drishta maya sarva vishwasta ravana striyaha. Nahi me manasah kinchit vaikrityam upapadyate. Vishwastaha sarvaha ravanastriyah maya kamam drishtaha. Vishwastaha, those who were unsuspicious of my presence, who were happily sleeping. Sarvaha ravanastriyah, all of Ravana's women. Maya, by me. Kamam drishtaha, were seen for a particular objective. The word kamam drishta is very misleading. You can think I was seen with desire in my mind, but that is not what he is saying. He is saying, I have seen it for a purpose. There is a kama in me to see, but the kama is not the laukika kama. There is no desire for the women. The kama is Ramakaryartha Saphalam. So to make sure that Rama's karya happens well, that is my desire. With that objective I have seen. This itself gives a nice clue, no? That karma is not bad. Karma is good when it is dharmic. Karma is good if it is Bhagavad Karyam. So kamam drishta maya. For that purpose I have seen. Me manasaha. In my mind. Kinchid vaikrityam nahi upapadyate. Not even a little bit. Vaikrityam refers to twisted feeling or any kind of vikara in the mind, any kind of bad, malefic intent has not arisen in my mind. I have seen these women without anything affecting my mind. Right? This itself, no, na vishayavartini. If they are objects of the senses, it will cause manovikara. It will cause a twisting in the mind. Correct? No? If we look at somebody's beautiful sari and covet that sari and say, next to Deepavali, this is the sari I'm buying, automatically manovikara has happened in our minds. But if we look at somebody's sari, admire it and say, beautiful sari and leave it at that, no manovikara, because then that sari is no longer vishayavartini. So same way here, when he looks at these women, there is no vikara in his mind at all because they are not at all objects of his senses. What are they? Objects of analysis only. So for what purpose? Ramakaryartham. So he says very clearly, Kamam Drishta, for a purpose only I have seen. In my mind, there is no vikara. There is no affect. It is not affected at all. Next shloka. This shloka, in my opinion, should have been one of the Navaratnas, but it is not. But it is a very important and very, very beautiful, meaningful shloka. Mano hi hetu sarvesham, mano hi hetu sarvesham, indriyanam pravartane, indriyanam pravartane, shubha shubha swavasthasu. Shubha, Shubha, Swavasthasu. I'll go slow. Shubha, Ashubhaha, Shubha, Shubha, Su, Avast, not Ashubhaha, sorry. Shubha, Shubha, Su, Avasthasu. Shubha, Shubha, Swavasthasu. Okay. Shubha, Shubha, Swavasthasu. Again. Shubha, Shubha, Swavasthasu. Again. Shubha, Shubha, Swavasthasu. Taccha me suvyavasthitam. Taccha me suvyavasthitam. Mano hi hetu sarvesham indriyanam pravartane. Mano hi hetu sarvesham indriyanam pravartane. शुभाशुभास्वस्थासु तच्च मे सुव्यवस्थितम् शुभाशुभास्वस्थासु तच्च मे सुव्यवस्थितम् together मनो हि हेतुः सर्वेषाम् इन्द्रियाणां प्रवर्तने शुभाशुभास्वस्थासु तच्च मे सुव्यवस्थितम् शुभाशुभासु अवस्थासु for in good and bad states. Okay, shubha auspicious, ashubha inauspicious, good bad, in good and bad avastha states. Sarvesham, for everyone. Indriyanam pravartane manaha hetuhu, of sense organs in reaction, the mind is the cause. So the mind is the cause for how sense organs react in good and bad circumstances to the various objects that present themselves before us. So whatever we see, okay, whether it is good or bad times or good or bad situation, the real cause for the sense organs to chase the objects is actually how much control the mind has over the sense organs. If the mind has loose reins of control, the sense organs will keep chasing their objects. If the mind is, like it is said in the previous sloka, no? Chitta ekagra. What is the exact word there? Let me just go back and see. Nishchitaikanta chittaha. One who has ekanta nishchitaha chittaha. One who has a firm, resolved mind. For such a person, the mind will be in full control of the sense organs. So, manaha hi hetuhu. The mind is the cause for indriyanam pravartana, for the indriyas to react in a certain way. Okay. Me tacha suvyavasthitam asti. For me, mind, tacha, that also, the mind also, suvyavasthitam asti, is firmly established. So he says, this is a very important thing that we must all do. First, question whether we are doing the right thing. Correct? After questioning whether we are doing the right thing, try to reason out. And then the next thing you see is, analyze yourself from within to see how much are you affected by the situation. If the mind is fully fixed and firm, it will not chase after any sense object. It will not chase after any distraction from our goal. We have, say, one particular goal. We cannot blame things for coming in our way, saying that there were too many distractions, too many phone calls, too many people walking into my house, too many people, expecting too many things out of me. That is why I could not achieve my goal. If we say this, that means our mind is not firmly fixed on the goal. If the mind is fully fixed on the goal, then come what may, the mind will not allow distraction from the purpose, whatever be the goal. Right? So, and whatever be the situation, shubhava, ashubhava avasthasu, whatever be the avastha, the mind will be firm if it has full control over the goal, that it has full control over the sense organs. Okay. And here he says, my mind is not at all affected because my mind is fully established. My mind will not propel me into doing bad actions because it is firmly established. Why is it firmly established? It is established in dharma for doing Ramakarya. Very clear, my goal is clear, so I will not get distracted. Okay, so here are the commentators, traditional commentators who have been quoted by Tilaka, Tattvadipika, those kind of commentaries quote the older commentators. There is a very interesting commentator who says, why does the mind motivate actions which are bad by the sense organs? What do you think is a culprit? Why does it do?
Aya.
Aya's general power, general culprit. A specific culprit for you and me.
Attachment.
Very nice. But one thing which keeps causing, what causes mind to keep reacting in different ways? Rajni ji.
Desire, ma'am.
Very good. Starting from desire.
Anger.
Very
Kama,
good.
Krodha, Lobha, Moha, ma'am.
And our usual suspects. The six of them, you can stand bring before the mind and say, you six are the ones who are causing. And by the way, this comes because, like Umaji said, because of attachment. We are attached to certain situations, certain people, certain things, certain ways, and therefore we behave with that kind of kama, krodha, attachment, which is not attachment leads to kama. Kama that is thwarted leads to krodha, as you see in Bhagavad Gita, right? And then kama which is satisfied leads to lobha, thirst for more and more, right? And finally, what does it do? Deludes us into thinking that this is reality. Correct? That is only moha. Mada, pride. We feel very happy when we achieve all our stupid, silly kamas. That is only mada. The kind of short thinking, short-term thinking, short-lived enjoyments make us define our lives without realizing. What do we say? In Bhajagovindam, it is there, no? Everything gets destroyed very, very quickly, whether it is youth, whether it is wealth. Mudha jahihi dhanagama trishnam purusat buddhim manasir trishnam. That is one. Kamam krodham lobham moham pashyat. In fact, in Bhajagovindam, you will find many such verses, right? These things are the ones that immediately go away. Youth, people, attachments that we have for things, wealth that we have, any kind of power that we enjoy, these are the most transitory things. What do? We get deluded into thinking they are real, and then what do we have? Excessive pride in our current state, which is very, very short-lived. Mada Matsarya, finally jealousy for those who have more than us, because we are never satisfied with what we have. Now, these six are the things that lead the mind into trouble. This is by a very old commentator called Kamandaka, who gives this in his commentary. And then there is another perspective on Jnana Vasishtha from a commentator called Jnana Vasishtha, who is quoted. Now, these commentaries I haven't found. I merely found references to these commentaries in the later commentaries. Okay, Jnana Vasishtha says, a man will hug his daughter. Correct? The same man will hug his wife. The action is the same, but the attitude of the mind is completely different. So, whatever we do, manohi hetu sarvesham indriyanam pravartane holds good. So, whatever we do with the right attitude is a dharmic action. And whatever is done with motivated by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya automatically causes us to fall in the trap of adharma. Okay, so this is the analysis of this particular shloka. In my opinion, this is a very important shloka because it teaches us that the thing that we must watch always is the mind. Right. So next we go on to the, if there are any questions or anything in this shloka, you can ask me. I can move forward if we can simply have to discuss. Okay.
And Hanuman convinces himself also with reasons that are rooted in dharma. That is what makes it so appealing, the last few shlokas.
Correct.
It's not
His
because I
reasons are
felt
only
it that way, so it is right. So that's not what he says here. So it's the reasoning itself comes plus from a place of dharma.
Dharma only. And that is why the word Manasi is such an apt name for Hanuman. Every adjective used to describe Hanuman, beautiful. Valmiki's choice of words is really amazing. Later you see how he'll justify seeing Ravana there also. I'll just come there. Then you will really appreciate Hanuman's thinking.
But ma'am, nowadays, if someone thinks like this, they'll say you're overthinking. I don't know why that thing has come.
For?
No, for such things like, whether
am I doing something which is dharmic or adharmika?
Yeah. For anything.
That is the most convenient way to delude ourselves into thinking that dharma doesn't matter. That's the way we become woke. We should really avoid that. We should hold ourselves to some kind of a moral compass and teach our children to, more importantly. Unfortunately, today there are no children in class because of exams. But the main thing here, especially for children, that we must inculcate in our kids is, we can't question every action of theirs. If we question one, it is beyond our scope. We cannot parent like that. We cannot keep asking them, are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? Check, analyze your own actions. But if we can teach them to start thinking like this and to start evaluating themselves with a moral code, then we are done as parents. We don't have to do anything more. And how will they get this moral code? Only by example. And a lot of meaningful discussion. If you follow a moral code, if they see you discussing this at the dinner table, good things like these, and if you also highlight such examples, automatically you're creating an environment for your child to quietly imbibe these things without any lecturing. Lecturing is Absolutely zero, waste, completely waste. So what we must do is only set example and pray that they start questioning. If they start questioning, our job is after that set, nothing more to be done. Okay, so that's it. When Rachnaji said no, people say you're overthinking, don't do now. I would say please do. At least as parents in the Sanatana Dharma path, we must make our children do, and for ourselves also, we must hold ourselves to that. Okay. At the same time, don't be unforgiving on yourself. If you make mistakes, correct it. That's it. Slowly correct it. Right. 41. नान्यत्र हि मया शक्या नान्यत्र हि मया शक्या वैदेही परिमार्गितुं वैदेही परिमार्गितुं स्त्रियो हि स्त्रीषु दृश्यन्ते स्त्रियो हि स्त्रीषु दृश्यन्ते सर्वथा परिमार्गणे सर्वथा परिमार्गणे नान्यत्र हि मया शक्या वैदेही परिमार्गितुं नान्यत्र हि मया शक्या वैदेही परिमार्गितुं स्त्रियो हि स्त्रीषु दृश्यन्ते सर्वथा परिमार्गणे स्त्रियो हि स्त्रीषु दृश्यन्ते सर्वथा परिमार्गणे टुगेदर नान्यत्र हि मया शक्या वैदेही परिमार्गितुं स्त्रियो हि स्त्रीषु दृश्यन्ते कॉलम सर्वथा परिमार्गणे. So now he gives himself one more logic. Till now, like RTG very nicely pointed out, every logic was rooted in dharma. Now the reasoning is rooted in pure thinking, pure, thinking mind. That's all. Vaidehi anyatra parimargitam maya na shakya. It will not be possible for me to look for Vaidehi Sita Mata, anyatra in another place, parimargitam to search. Nahi shakya. It is not possible. Striyo hi strishu drishya. Strishu hi striya drishyante. Among women, only women can be seen. Okay. So, sarvatha parimargane. In searching anywhere, if I search for women, I should look among women. If I search for monkeys, I should look among monkeys. If I search for deer, I should look among deers. I am searching for a woman. So, obviously, I have to see many women to see if she is there amongst them. So, striyaha strishu hi drishyate. Among women only, women can be seen. Here it is not a woman, but women can be seen among women only is how it should be understood. Striyaha is bahuvachana. So women can be seen among women only. So essentially women tend to be with their own jati that way. So now next shloka. Yasya sattvasya ya yonihi Yasya sattvasya ya yonistasyam tat parimrugyate Tasyam tat parimrugyate न शक्या प्रमदा नष्टा न शक्या प्रमदा नष्टा मृगीषु परिमार्गितुं 1 minute. यस्य सत्त्वस्य या योनिस्तस्यां तत् परिमृग्यते यस्य सत्त्वस्य या योनिस्तस्यां तत् परिमृग्यते न शक्या प्रमदा नष्टा मृगीषु परिमार्गितुं न शक्या प्रमदा नष्टा मृगीषु परिमार्गितुं together यस्य सत्त्वस्य या योनिस्तस्यां तत् परिमृग्यते न शक्या प्रमदा नष्टा मृगीषु परिमार्गितुं यस्य सत्त्वस्य या योनिः of whichever being, whichever is the source. Yoni means source, womb. Tat, that. Tasyam parimargyate. Nashta pravada mrigishu parimargitum na shakya. Tat tasyam parimargate. It has margyate or parimrigyate. Sorry. Tasyam parimrigyate is searched in that place only. Nashta pravada mrigishu parimargitum na shakya. Nashta pramada, a lost woman. Mrigishu, among deer. Parimargitum, to search. Na shakya, is impossible. So, if you want to look for a particular species of a person, you should look in that species only. No point in searching in a different species. You will not find her there. Tadidam margitam tavat. Tadidam margitam tavat. शुद्धेन मनसा मया शुद्धेन मनसा मया रावणान्तः पुरं सर्वं रावणान्तः पुरं सर्वं दृश्यते न च जानकी दृश्यते न च जानकी तदिदं मार्गितं तावच्छुद्धेन मनसा मया तदिदं मार्गितं तावच्छुद्धेन मनसा मया रावणान्तः पुरं सर्वं दृश्यते न च जानकी रावणान्तः पुरं सर्वं दृश्यते च न च जानकी together tadidam margitam tavacchuddena manasa maya ravanantah puram sarvam drishyate na cha janaki tat maya shuddhena manasa idam sarvam ravanantah puram margitam janaki tu na drishyate janaki is not seen tat maya that by me Shuddhena manasa, with a pure mind. Idam sarvam ravanantah puram. This complete Ravana's inner quarters. Margitam, I have searched. Janaki tu na drishyate. Janaki I have not seen. Is not seen at all. Is not seen. Karmani prayoga. Janaki is not seen. Okay. So I have seen everywhere, but Janaki is not seen. That's what he is saying. देवगन्धर्वकन्याश्च देवगन्धर्वकन्याश्च नागकन्याश्च वीर्यवान् नागकन्याश्च वीर्यवान् अवेक्षमाणो हनुमान् अवेक्षमाणो हनुमान् नैवापश्यत जानकीं नैवापश्यत जानकीं देवगन्धर्वकन्याश्च नागकन्याश्च वीर्यवान् देवगन्धर्वकन्याश्च नागकन्याश्च वीर्यवान् अवेक्षमाणो हनुमान् नैवापश्यत जानकीम् अवेक्षमाणो हनुमान् नैवापश्यत जानकीम् together देवगन्धर्वकन्याश्च नागकन्याश्च वीर्यवान् अवेक्षमाणो हनुमान् नैवापश्यत जानकीम् जानकीं नैवापश्यत न एव अपश्यत अपश्यत did not see na eva apashyat did not see apashyat means saw okay did not only see devagandharva kanyaha cha daughters of devas gandharvas etc nagakanyaha cha women belonging to the nagas avikshamanaha veeryavan hanuman one who has seen the brave hanuman janakim sita mata na eva apashyat did not see. So among women only he saw Devagandharva Kanyaha, he saw Naga Kanyaha, but he did not see Janaki. This is what is stated here. Tama Pashyan Kapistatra. Here I wanted to say something. This is where the Tilaka gives one, this one. So he has said for these 2 shlokas, if you want 3 shlokas, if you want to search for a woman, you search among women. So to search for a vyakti or an object in a jati, in a collection of all those vyaktis, what will you do? You will see where the entire samuha is present, where the entire jati is present. Okay. When a jati is present, there will also be certain allied things which are there in that jati. Okay. For example, if you see women, you may see jewelry. If you see women, you may see flowers in their hair. Okay. If you see women, you may see objects of their makeup, perfume, whatever. So allied things of a jati, you will find where the jati is. This is logical, no? So what is allied to all these women? Unavoidable allied object, Ravana. Because I saw all these women, I couldn't help but see Ravana because he was also an allied object, happened to be present there. So I did not court to see his presence. I did not go and deliberately say, I want to see Ravana, the king of Asuras. I happened to chance upon him because he was there in the jati where he is normally associated with, among beautiful women. So I happened to see him. So there is no dosha in my saying. So this is how he rationalized the appearance of Ravana to himself, says Tilaka in his commentary. Shiromani also says same thing. Ravana darshana doshaha api nivaritaha, says Tilaka. Okay, for these 3 shlokas, this is how he analyzes. Okay, so now तामपश्यन् कपिस्तत्र तामपश्यन् कपिस्तत्र पश्यन्श्चान्यावरस्त्रियः पश्यन्श्चान्यावरस्त्रियः अपक्रम्य तदा वीरः अपक्रम्य तदा वीरः प्रध्यातुम् उपचक्रमे प्रध्यातुम् उपचक्रमे तामपश्यन् कपिस्तत्र पश्यन्श्चान्यावरस्त्रियः अपक्रम्य तदा वीरः प्रध्यातुम् उपचक्रमे. Upachakrame started. Pradhyatum, to contemplate. Hanuman against Veeraha Kapihi, the brave Hanuman, again started to think. Tatra tam apashyan. Tatra, there. Tam, Janakatmajam, Sitam, apashyan, not having seen. Anyaha parastriyaha, others' wives, pashyanscha, while seeing. Tada, upakramya, then moving aside. Pradhyatum upachakrame, started to think again. So he started to reanalyze the situation. I have not found Sita Mata among all these women. I have looked for women. I have looked for one specific woman in the category of women, still not found her. So he moved away from all those beautiful women and started to think. We'll see the last shloka and close. Sabhuyastu param shriman Sabhuyastu param shriman Marutir yatnamasthitaha Marutir yatnamasthitaha Panabhumim samutsrijya Panabhumim samutsrijya Tam vichetum prachakrame ताम विचेतुम प्रचक्रमे सभूयस्तु परम श्रीमान मारुतिर्यत्नमास्थितः सभूयस्तु परम श्रीमान मारुतिर्यत्नमास्थितः पानभूमिं समुत्सृज्य ताम विचेतुम प्रचक्रमे पानभूमिं समुत्सृज्य ताम विचेतुं प्रचक्रमे. Together. सभूयस्तु परम श्रीमान मारुतिर्यत्नमास्थितः पानभूमिं समुत्सृज्य ताम विचेतुं प्रचक्रमे prachakrame, he left. Upachakrame, started. Prachakrame, left. Upakramya, everywhere the word there, but there the dhatu is kram. Okay, but here upachakrame there meant thought. Here prachakrame refers to moved away. Sorry, prachakrame means left. Shriman saha marutihi, the auspicious one, with Shri Hanuman. Bhuyaha, again. Param yatnam asthitaha, resolved to engage in a great effort. See, he did not lose heart. Param yatnam asthitaha, again resolving to do his best. Panabhumim samutsrujya, having left the banquet hall. Tat vichetum prachakrame, left the place to search further. So he moved away from the banquet hall to search further in Ravana's palace area to see if there's anything just outside or any other rooms or some place that he has not seen. So he does not give up hope. He continues to search. Iti Srimad Ramayane Sundarakande Ekadasha Sargaha. We can stop the recording. Let's quickly chant 11th Sarga and the concluding Shlokas and close today's class. We will finish by hopefully 8:40. Atha Ekadasha Sarga